Okay, so what we're going to do is, again, remember how we always, when we're looking at something symmetrical, it helps if you put the line down the middle, like when we did the portrait, okay? Same thing, symmetrical on both sides. So now, again, it helps if we measure and we see, okay, where would halfway be? Just put a little light halfway line, okay? Then back to like measuring like we did with the head. Okay, so we're going to take the top part of the vessel, okay, and you can use your arms straight out like this to get that measurement and go 1, 2.5. It's like 2.5, okay? So if we take that measurement, 1, 2.5, then I know that the vessel is going to fit on my page, okay? So then what we start with is looking at that top shape and we simplify it, which could be simplified into a rectangular shape, okay? Then from the rectangular shape, we start to see how the vessel comes out on this side and this side, okay? So here we use contour like we did the other day, and you can do the outer edge of the form. Look at the bottom of the vase. It's not straight across, it turns, okay? So now we go back to the top, and at the top we see this shape. We can break that up as well into a long rectangle. And then what do we see? We see this shape that goes up and down, okay? And that would be another coil that you put onto the piece. What do you think that shape represents in the Greek area of what they're seeing daily? What's Greece surrounded by? Water. Okay, so when you see the up and down, okay, that represents water. The next sign you're going to see is very geometric. Okay, it's taking the square up and down and into this shape. Does anybody know what that represents? Just take a guess, maybe? Oh, yeah. At the top. Say at the top we're drawing that eternity, okay? So when you see that in a pattern, okay, that represents eternity. It just keeps going, okay, back and forth into that shape. So then next we have lines. When we talk about the elements of art, line, shape, look at the shapes of these figures. They're all broken down geometrically, okay? Patterns that give us a texture. Again, water, okay? And then again, these patterns that we see, okay? These patterns that we're seeing in here can represent green, okay? Like seeing where the harvest and the fields, okay? So it's broken down. Now next, when we go down further, we see, okay, the wheel. And what do you think the wheel went to? See that? What do you think that image is? Exactly, the carts. So now we're seeing an indication of more about the society, okay, and the carts. And what are those figures? What would the animal represent, okay?
Their animal, like their horse.
Right, the horse and so forth. So we're getting more information on this pottery, okay? And then the handles. Okay, then you add your handles. So here we have our drawing, okay? We did a drawing of one of the examples of the pottery, and what did this drawing help you do? It helped you really take time to understand the elements of art, but not only the elements of art, but also more about the culture, more about this piece in history. Okay, any questions?
They use these things to keep, like clay pulls out like impurities, so they use these to keep their water cool. So you can, like, they can have like a refrigerator, so they would put their water in there and then keep it cool like all day. Like I have some of these at home from Morocco, and that's what they use them for.
Oh my God, no, that's awesome. Yes, I love it, love it. That whole idea of the clay.
Keeps the water cool and it pulls
out the impurities.
Yeah, so you can just get water and sit it in there for like
It's
a day.
such a great.
Well, it pulls it to the bottom, and then you can scoop the water off the top and you can drink it.
Love it. It's great.
Yeah.
I have some at home.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you actually use it with it in that capacity?
Yeah,